Famul na salon, una good morning, good afternoon. This na Emmanuel. Today na the 14th of February this year 2021. I would like for use this day as opportunity for talk to Sierra Leoneans them where they live at home and Sierra Leoneans them where they live na the diaspora. In front of me, I get 6 image them. 3 of them image here na the green, white, and blue way now with national flag way they into 3 different looks. The 3 other na the rising sun. Of course, with this program they come to now in courtesy of the rising sun, and also the anti-corruption commissioner way na Ben Kaifala, and the Guaranteed Trust Bank, the chief executive officer way na Mr. Samfa Koroma. Fabulem, as I said today, na the 14th of February 2021. A lot of development they don't happen where some Sierra Leoneans then fortunate for partaking to their development there, and some now get the opportunity for partake into them, while some been get the opportunity also for view, some they see, some not get the opportunity even for get the knowledge or idea about the development there where it happened. So I want to use the opportunity for join others' voice and the other Sierra Leoneans then way meaningfully they participate into the development there, for help for bring to the people them way not been get the opportunity for let themselves know about then things they also way happen where I consider them say then development them. But why is their development? I consider them as negative development them will happen in the Republic of Sierra Leone, our country, back home. My family, the last time we have been come after when they do the interview with the First Lady and that Sierra Leone journalist way na Ba, I've been telling her, I say, Sierra Leoneans, una listen, let we not be too optimistic, yeah, we into that optimism say, like, the Anti-Corruption Commission or the rogue SLPP government are going to take any harsh action or any other thing for investigate Fatima Bio. I say, let we not fall for that. Nothing like that not get for happened. They not get for investigate Fatima Bio. I've been telling her that one day. But for let them justify misstatements or for let them approve say it did what Emmanuel talk not true, we all don't see, we don't hear the kalu way, we take with time, we call on the anti-corruption commissioner, when I Ben Kaifala, the man waiting at the screen, we putting on the one that waiting for do. Once we take with time, we energy them, as patriotic citizens, patriotic Sierra Leoneans, then we call upon and say, Mr. Commissioner, come and investigate this particular matter. When the man come, na kalu na ikaut. Like one word the way English people say sarcasm. You understand? When somebody they say you make some kind sarcasm statement, like either person come it give you bad talk, una the talk, person give you bad talk, or the person make like flings and words, slangs. You understand? Now this Ben Kaifala can do, so me consider him as kalu. How? When they don't see the thing, people don't call up on them. We all don't join voice with other people and meaningful Sierra Leoneans and don't call on Ben Kaifala, say, come and investigate or look into this matter. As I tell you now, for let them justify my statement, Ben Kaifala come with kalu word or some kind, sarcasm statement, say, then go take the investigation back from 14 years. Waiting be don't happen in the First Lady them office system. That Sierra Leoneans them back come and join her in that same statement say, you know what, let us go back from the days of late Patricia Kaba. These are just flings and words. That's slang. So anybody will join Ben Kaifala in that statement say, let we go back to the days of late Patricia Kaba for investigate. Believe it me, una all day into that kalu. Let we just have it in mind say, then people here not get for do anything about that investigation against Fatima Bio. I don't tell una this uprightly say, if we dey play that optimism, we so optimistic say, then get for take action, investigate Fatima Bio. We are fooling ourselves. The only option where we get for fight for ourselves, for fight this fight, let us wait 2023 when the ballot box will be clear, presidential and parliamentary elections. That will be the actual time for investigate those matters. That will be the actual time for indict Fatima. That will be the actual time for cry into the ballot box. That will be the actual time for give out we griefs and we opinion them and investigate that matter thoroughly in the ballot box. But at this particular time, if we say we sit down the wait, we are just fooling ourselves. You understand? We allow them for play that game, mind of the game, something to we, it's a psychological game then they play to we, or game of the heart thing. We allow them for play into we, and SLPP very good at this. Biblically, when we've been small, some of we know those books them we think now those Jehovah Witness book them way then they call my book of Bible story. We've been get some beautiful biblical stories them. We've been get some beautiful religious stories them. That book it been get one story where I think two women them Sarah and Naomi is one of Sarah and Deborah. Yes, Sarah and Deborah. Sarah and Deborah, one pan them born picking, one mistakenly don't pan the picking die. Then car with the picking out to King Solomon for can court case this and me picking. The one we not to him born and when you don't die, we want letting company yourself die. He say, well, the king say they plead this picking, I give you. And the end of the way the king they plead, now die the picking get for die. So the way not get, he say, hey, king now for pleater, let die one time. This is what is happening. I don't know for you. Maybe this, example, go take and say, okay, now so it be, or go look at it and say, now so it be. But this is actually for me what is happening in the country. Yeah. SLPP, they damage the country. Whilst APC, we are crying, say, you know what? Let us make this country. Let us look this country. People who not come on board and judge. Do I now they come on board for judge? The same thing like them. Say, it's a law please this country one time. Let your man get you, this gets you. The SLPP, they glad well, if not so it for be, let it be so. This is actually what is happening in our country. And that's why I say, if you look at the national flag, them, the first one where they up, una go see it dey in a very, very good shape, in a very orderly manner. Now so it dey very decent shape. Now so it dey very unique, beautiful for watch the green, white, and blue. When you come to the middle one, look at the middle one. The middle one they tell we say, when this government become the one where they up, it been fine. Now so the country be the Sierra Leone was a beautiful country for everybody. But when this SLPP don't come, they don't make the country don't become so rampant. They don't make the country don't become so awkward. They don't make the country don't become so untidy for people. And the national flag, green, white, and blue, they represent Sierra Leone. With its inhabitants, them or our inhabitants, both home and abroad. Now in this green, white, and blue flag they represent. So if you see this green, white, and blue flag, how it don't rample, how it don't turn. Now so SLPP don't make the country. They're not satisfied with that. Come down and look at the other one. You go see the guy then don't make the country don't so dirty. Look at the black spots them now. The green, white, and blue flag don't become so awkward. It don't become so filthy. That is how the SLPP don't do with country. But the guys are not satisfied with that, all what they don't do. I've been on telling you one subterm. I say SLPP government or the political party itself, SLPP. Now a political party where it supporters them. They even kill them brother and the sisters them. If una dey one side, you not believe like una dey na one house or una na family member. But if you not believe in that SLPP ideology, that power, then they kill you, no mercy. This is what today we don't see in Sierra Leone where don't they exhibit, not to today, it don't tell where they exhibit. Now, waiting the SLPP don't bring come into the life of our people now in that country. This nothing we don't they, exhibit long time ago, but now they don't bring them come back. It's this political tribalism where the SLPP full of that. This journalist way Naba, now on that same ticket of in journalism where he talk about the World Bank or whosoever way no they give the APC government money again. Why? Because the APC corrupt, the APC that, the APC so, you understand, till we begin get one word all on the election where we can begin learn about subsidies. You understand? We hear those interview when Dr. Matthew Wilson Samura Kamara go and try for defend that word subsidies, say, well, why we not go agree to those policies, those terms, because they want for make we pull those subsidies. So we not go agree. This was the ticket or that platform where the SLPP then tread through, then come into governance. Even the President Mugabe, he write about that, he publish that, then work out on that particular thing, then come into governance. But never at that time, when they been a campaign with those things, they preach about regionalism or they preach about ethnicity. But just because this guy now know they dance to their own tune, they don't come, they preach tribalism. They try to discriminate, segregate the Fullers among other inhabitant ethnic beliefs in the Republic of Sierra Leone. This is the SLPP today. We've been get victory on this very guy today because what thing they do, it's so corrupt, it's so bad. The guy they expose everything. Now they say that they begin campaign against full of them in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Imagine, full of them not to Sierra Leoneans them, full of them not to, they not belong to Sierra Leone. Are you guys serious, SLPP? Are you guys serious? This is the same way how na kill una brothers and sisters them na Bo and Kenema who na go na bush and turn rebel and turn Kamajo. The Fuller today in the Republic of Sierra Leone, the Fullers. This ethnic belief Fuller, they don't play significant role into the socio-economic development of that country. Education, they don't play great role. Since me, I don't born, I don't sabi in that country. Now the Fullers them, now they push educational system in Sierra Leone. Check the ministries there, the Fuller. Check business, the Fuller. Political, the Fuller. Vice President today is a Fuller. When the SLPP gonna bush, then turn rebel, turn Kamajo, render Sierra Leoneans them as displaced, we gonna way go Guinea. Guinea where we go, they beat we treat we all kind way. Now the Fuller them open them container them within the cell. Now they open their houses them, accommodate Sierra Leoneans them, shelter Sierra Leoneans them, give Sierra Leoneans them shelter. Now the Fuller them. Now they do that one day. When they beat Sierra Leoneans them, now they Fuller them, now they help put together, make culture feel like Sierra Leoneans them say they belong in a society. The Fullers. When late Pakaba send boss, say let Sierra Leoneans then come back for return. When they repatriate Sierra Leoneans, the Fuller they cry for people and we come out salon. They don't even sabi. These are not Fullers them force waiting at Sierra Leone. These are just Fullers them waiting they like they don't live their life na Guinea. They cry for Sierra Leoneans them. The Fullers, they cry. When they defend Sierra Leoneans and they beat them, na Fuller man they open their container, they shop, they say una can't silo, una can't hide. These are the very people today, because of politics, una say una the campaign against them. The Fullers, una say una the campaign against them for why? This is the same way SLPP go na bush, then go turn rebel, then turn Kamajo, can't cut with people and cut them foot, burn houses them, and protect people and render Sierra Leoneans as displaced. It's the same way. But that one they not left them, for feel good or feel with, the worst of it now where we then acknowledge na Sierra Leone Now this thing where they call political apartheid or political segregation and discrimination, where some kind of elite groups or elite class them we don't find themselves within the SLPP cabal, don't they do now? But one word where I can always tell you now go prove me wrong or right. I say when you associate yourself with the SLPP, all their bad deeds na in you they uptake, all their bad deeds na in you they put into practice. So don't prove me wrong or right. At first, a very decent old man, Sanfa Koroma, we now the chief executive officer of that Guarantee Trust Bank or whatever the bank might be. When this old man don't associate himself now thoroughly with the SLPP, in life now don't become for hate himself. In life now don't become for play political segregation or political discrimination. Like if me, I get power, I take you as the low class, but just because you know one subdue to me or you know they see to me visually we are not seeing the same way, I they kick you out. You not fit for the usa ade, I they kick you out. You not fit for being near me. That's what the SLPP did. And they don't get this thought. So when people then go near them, they play. Always SLPP waiting in the 10 way. Una no land book, una stupid, una fool, una this, una that. This is their slogan to people. But today, they cannot even implement half of their book. And the country then is shattered and render the country useless to its citizens then. With all the book where they learn. Sanfa Koroma don't join the SLPP. Now the SLPP habits, they don't inject her inside, and the SLPP bad heart, they don't inject her inside, and the man don't so intoxicate with hate that he not get no option now for hating himself. This remind me of the great Malcolm X when he did make speech. At that time, and up till now, black man they look in comping, black man he take gun, he kill him in comping. Locally back home, some man they go which gun or fangia una call him, we they kill wisef. Malcolm X look at black. He say, who taught you how to hate yourself? Who that teach you how you for hate yourself? Sanfa Koroma, I pose to you this Malcolm X in question today, the 14th of February 2021. Who that teach you, as old as you are, Sanfa Koroma, for hate yourself? What you did to that young gentleman, Mr. Cole, it's not like personally not to the gentleman or waiting, not to yourself. You understand? You hate yourself. What you did to that guy or what you did to that young man, don't show say you hate yourself. With this kind of political, segregation. Even when not to you right, the man gets in right to in political opinion, he gets in right to in political party, he gets in right also to in civic, right. Every right when I God given right, the man get that right and in constitutional liberty where he for exercise them at any given time. Even though when he acknowledge the rules or the norms of the bank ethics, you not ever find one thing in that thing that they for put or jeopardize the banking ethics or the moral value of that bank into anything. That young gentleman not one. And that guy not being only obligation for explain to you. But just because he feel like say for make he educate you, he go and meet you. He say, yes, sir. He say, can I explain myself? He say, can you allow me to explain? You say, no, you don't want to see him. You don't want to see the guy. Because you and the guy is not visually with you. He's not visualizing with you with the same political party. He does not support the same political ideology or the same political thought with you. So you need to go out. You kick him out, Sanfa Koroma. That tells that you hate yourself, not the young man. Because the man don't write and tell you, see, he gets in profession up here and in a well-qualified banker. He can get a job back at any given time. That's not to the end of in life. What that tells, it tells that you hate yourself, Sanfa Koroma. When you go to SLPP, the SLPP, they teach you how to hate yourself. This is what you did to that guy. You show that you hate yourself. Look at that guy. If nabi you picking you boy picking where you get so. Law say you boy picking already support SLPP. Then or any political party, law say okay they are not supporting. Then get the opportunity. Because anybody for just type whether or not the first lady in page, not to in page, you type with and the first lady they answer to you, it's a given opportunity. Whether you like it or not, it's a given opportunity. You chat with them. You say, okay, man, let them do the investigation. Let we allow the ACC, let the ACC do the investigation. Then we then bring them findings, then go no waiting for do. Then you grab, because of you hate yourself, not the young gentleman you hate, you go, you sack the man. There comes again a thought of the late Martin Luther King Jr. Let me begin to put some civil disobedience in a very civilized manner, in a very decent way. I join voice them of Sierra Leoneans, I join voices of Sierra Leoneans them across the globe, at home and abroad. And I join those voices strongly for condemn that particular hatredness of Sanfa Kuruma and boycott in banking system. I join those voices for say, let una way they do monetary transaction with that bank, Union Trust Bank or Guarantee or whatever the bank might be. Una boycott that banking system. Una stop for put money na that bank they now. People will get the money, let them draw the money them from that bank. Una no longer safety again. That bank is no longer guaranteed. I'm telling you guys. White Sierra Leoneans then they suffer. The bank governor come, it tell people and say money no dey. But Sanfa Kuruma get money where it give to Fatima Bio. Who cash, who notes them. It give to Fatima Bio. Fatima Bio they establish in thievery act and in corruptive deeds them. Then Sierra Leoneans them for even enjoy their holiday. They say money no dey. But Sanfa Kuruma he gets money where it give to Fatima Bio and others them now the SLPP. Whilst other people them they perish and then they suffer not able for enjoy their holiday. Simple, civil, disobedience, let's boycott. Una boycott. Una boycott. Una go to, there are other banks them waiting in the country. There are other banks them waiting they do well. More than that bank. If a bank, a CEO, just because somebody talked to the first lady, whether or not the first lady impage or not to impage, then he say, he sack the boy because of that statement where he make. That is hatredness. You hate yourself. That is segregation. That is discrimination. Right? There are other people waiting at the bank of which we don't see pictorial evidence where they swear for SLPP, but they work at the bank as staff. You segregate that boy, all in stop there, you kick him out of your bank. That is hatredness in humanity. You hate yourself, Sanfa Kuruma, as old as you are. You hate yourself. So Sierra Leoneans them, I join those voices, una boycott that banking system. One thing where I can always say to Sierra Leoneans them, this God way we serve, it don't show we a lot of things where people really cry change. Now the thing don't justify itself. The APC and the SLPP. Who is the good, who is the bad? The SLPP don't clearly indicate, they don't show themselves. They don't exhibit that in all manner, say they are the bad, they are the ugly and the most nastiest. They don't exhibit that to me. Where is God where would they serve now a living God, Sierra Leoneans? God still there on our side. When I will tell this journalist guy plenty thank you. Lord tell him plenty thank you. Statement then the way Fatima Bio can talk, where he can come before say, Udana the first lady we don't do this, una check this, una make so Udana the first lady we don't on what foot, on what platform Fatima was? Fatima was on the foot and platform of campaigning for the SLPP for 2023. And God come up behind them. Now Fatima, the SLPP being used as the face for campaign. She was on that track, the campaign solidly with those fake, money making projects, them hands off our girls, with those fake sanitary pads and this. That was a campaign strategy, and that was something that was going on with Fatima. They do a thievery act, they loot the state fund, they play corruptive deeds them. Then they campaign for the SLPP, and the SLPP then they use them as their campaign instruments. This God way will they serve now, a God way, they sleep. Now God will not sleep. Fatima and I made a campaign for the SLPP with those bad acts, them, those bad things, them way Fatima been they do. Now God come up here now. How? There is a dispute now between the SLPP Women's Wing, the JMBO, and those that lady Sawane. Say Fatima don't hijack all the projects them where SLPP for all the campaign. Then now Fatima they do everything. Now Fatima they do them. But while seeing they do them now with a thievery system, thief. Fatima they campaign, they thief the state resource. But like as I tell you now, Sierra Leonean, when you get an unserious individuals, them where they into the state organs as government, where they run the day-to-day affairs of that country, it is very bad. Instead of them guys so concentrate into the damage where Fatima don't do, and serious international damage right now, it can create serious chaos and serious spark in the neighboring countries. Them one like Nigeria, Liberia, and Ghana. This thing they can create serious problem. For a first lady of Sierra Leone, Fatima Bio, grab and talk say, how much they give Nigeria, then first lady, $12 million. How much they give Liberia, then first lady, $2 million as the budgetary allocation. When last I checked the Nigeria 1999 constitution, there is no part, there is no provision we make anything say for the first lady forget short amount of money in ODD. And there is no part we make provision in the Nigerian Constitution, Article 80. If you can read them, take them down. All the people them we forget money from the consolidated fund. Now people them we get state offices them and their public, officers them where they work for the state in Nigeria, where they take from the Nigerian Consolidated Fund and they pay them from the president, vice president, senators, governor, take on to those sharias, judges, to those caliphates them that in all public offices where they pay in Nigeria. The same goes to Liberia. I think 1980 something constitution article 60. We talk about the vice president, and then when they will represent their countries, them now they for pay, not to any other person like the first lady where they make anything for them, say them for their money. That is a blatant lie. Today, those people them where they now the country, then now they question them first lady them. And let me tell you now one thing, me family, yeah. Now this thing I want for tell you now. Where would they so? Believe it me, for me, if fish like then in bunga, it come out now water. He can't tell me, say, Emmanuel, say, bra, Paulo, bra, Shaki, I don't boss. I will not deny, I will believe. You know why? Because I didn't inside it. So if Fatima Bio, where don't they, may go around with them first lady, they don't they enjoy. They tell we say, now that money they give them. Believe it me, they don't they get that discussion they with them. And Liberia don't they take up their own investigation. Nigeria self will do the same thing. Who caused that one day? Now Fatima Bio. So then first lady they are now, they get for come tell the man them. Una listen, then get for tell the man them. Say, if they invite president, that president na Sierra Leone, no invite am in West na Cheche Puli. I be don't tell una say Fatima get an itching mouth, a mouth they crash, it just they talk because she's abnormally crazy. Then go tell the man, them, don't invite that president though. Please don't invite him. You understand? In where he must not get control. When I don't see damage to we country. This is a serious, serious damage. You look Aisha Buhari, but all the trouble, calamity, the way they give that woman, and the NSAS protest not finish fine one. Then there's the one strike back now that Loki toll gate. The Lekki toll gate, the one for strike day. Then you grab the good talk say they give that woman $12 million. We know to so it be Fatima. See the problem we don't create. When I see the problem where Fatima they create for Sierra Leone, now make the green, white, and blue flag or two don't so awkward because the people where they in administration they're so awkward today. But God don't come up behind Fatima. Don't tell that journalist guy plenty thank you with God come up behind Fatima and God come up behind the SLPP. Because Fatima was the solid rock where been the campaign when I then been used as the campaign, picture as the campaign face. When we go to 2023 election, believe it me, Sierra Leonean. Therefore just project Fatima no more. Fatima now for they go and talk. That dance we been go dance now that battlefield is small. Udana the first lady we don't do this. Nobody, na me no more don't do them. But we know ever no say Fatima be the thief the states. We know they ever know that one they say Fatima the thief the states. But let me tell God thank you for this journalist guy we come, they publish the thief react and corruptive deeds them. And also ever Sierra Leonean at home on the diaspora we get that believing they say Ben Kaifala would do anything to Fatima for investigate this matter seriously. Now lie. Look at pictures them. You know the man na in Papa in Wef. You understand? Now in Papa in Paddy or in waiting with them be in Fatima. In a Madabio, now in Wef that one. What do you expect say he get for one? You see the man for like out serious talk, he can't put kalu to una say and they go back from 14 years. What do 14 years have to do with this particular thing that has happened today? But again, I want to use the opportunity at this platform. Call upon brothers and sisters them way happen for be brothers and sisters from the neighboring countries such as Liberia, Nigeria, Ghana, and all those places where Fatima named their first lady into these corruptive deeds. It is high time una begin for question the government about una first lady them into the corruptive or allegations where Fatima don't make against them people them day. Sometimes it might be true, saying they give them money. When I don't know, but it's not supposed to be like that. So it's high time when I have the opportunity now, begin to ask the government, begin to check the legislative officers or the legislative house, begin to ask them, because these are gross violations of your constitution. Things that are not supposed to be, these are things that are happening now. And if Fatima Bio don't talk and believe it me, it is true. Because now they all depend the same halaki. I want for left we all lastly with this. To my brothers and sisters them way they na the diaspora. I know say some of we don't regret. Some of we when they make that call them say if you don't go vote for change, for put APC in power, I not go send money for you for buy one bag rice. I not go pay that school fee. Some people know self will be they make those calls. But again, I will not blame you guys. You know why I don't go blame you? Because change it is something that is inevitable. Waiting at change. Change na like when they tell we say na till when I like die. No matter how it be, you cannot stop change. It always day into human. It's a human nature. Like we die safe na a human nature. Change na like sleep. If anybody no get change in a life, you are immortal. But the question where the question those changes them where we be the call for. We'll be able to check the change where we'll be the call for. We'll be able to rationalize with thoughts them. We'll be able to think well. We make today some of we don't regret. But as I say, I know they blame we for that. I can understand when people disgruntled for make change, And that disgruntledness because una been want for see how this new government where they say una give yourself chance, let we come, we want for work. Now that change they una give them, that opportunity una give them. And we all don't see say the guy they're incompetent, the guys are unfit, the guys are not up to the task, the guys are not even up to the mandate, the guys are not even up to the social contract between you and them. They don't give all this things them. They don't show we say they are not fit. Even the man where they steer the boat or they steer the ship, where now the bingo boy mad at you, it don't prove to we say he's not up to the task. Similarly, so when we make those call and tell people them, it's not something again we go for beat them, we go for urge them with those same word or request those same requests. Say if we not go police, say people will not go send for us. No, as I said, change it is something that is inevitable. We still have the opportunity again for talk to our people. At this time, now talk we get for talk to with people them. Now we don't know the good, the bad. See. The bad and the nasty is the SLPP government. It's the SLPP political party. Where today don't bring political segregation in institutions them. Don't bring political discrimination in institutions them. Where the institutions they are supposed to serve the public. Like the banks. Look at the Guaranteed Trust Bank, their CEO. When at the Sanfa Kroma, look what he do. He kicked that young gentleman out of his job. Because he said the man not see the same political side with him. The man not share the same political opinion with him. Look at the people and where they kill na McKinney. Look at the people and where they kill na Padembaro. These are our brothers and sisters. They are Sierra Leoneans. I believe say not to this change you have been asked for, not to this change you have been cried for, not to this change you have been called for, not to this change you have been requested on people them for. The change you have been called for, now for like, we also see a good governance system. How that government will go, we say make it go first. Then with this way come, how then go able for uphold to that things them where they don't left, how then go able for do. But today, waiting don't come out the country. The guys they don't establish a new form of political tribalism. Now this change will not been called for. Now this change will not be asked for our brothers and sisters then. We don't serve greatly into that country. Don't help into the economy in that country. We don't play great political roles into that country. We don't help for fight the war in that country. We help for put shelter where Sierra Leoneans them go now the neighboring country, Guinea, where the people and they never ever come now Sierra Leone, but just because they are foolers, they help Sierra Leoneans then. Religiously, those people don't help Sierra Leoneans then. Now then people them here, so this government they turn against now, they say for campaign against them. Imagine what the next them go do to them people them here. Now that particular change they will have been called for, now that particular change they will have been requested for, now that particular change they will have been asked for. If the answer is no, then we have the opportunity again for talk to people them. 2023 is on our doorsteps. Let's use it as a wise opportunity and make a wise choice for put out this SLPP government. If not that, we will see Sierra Leone as a serious conflict nation. Believe it me, what happened in Kigali, Rwanda, 1994, it will be more worse than waiting will happen in Sierra Leone at this particular trend where the SLPP don't take our country into. So let's use this wise call again. As the change is something that is inevitable, let's use it the wise way again to call our people, request our people to make that wise choice. 2023 to put out the SLPP. This is the only way we can give out with grief. This is the only way we can give out we opinion them, because our opinion are no longer matter again in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Our opinion are no longer needed again in the Republic of Sierra Leone, but they will be needed in the ballot box. Our opinion will be looked into in the ballot box. Cases will be called upon on the ballot box, and there we will indict them and will judge them on the ballot box. Let's make that wise choice and talk to our people, request again to our people. One for say plenty thank you to we. We listen well for this a minute, and we always make we comment them into the page. Remember, say this message come to you under the courtesy of the rising sun. And may we bring this message to you. My name is Emmanuel. I want to say plenty thank you to you. God bless we all, and God bless Mama Salud. Thank you. Stay safe and stay blessed.